The first shot is the gun, cold, black, inches from my chest, and I remember thinking this was how it ends, not with power, not with money, just another body on wet asphalt, and then something hit me, hard, fast, knocking the air out of my lungs as a blur of black and tan slammed into me, a growl ripping through the night before the gun went off, the sound echoing between brick walls like thunder, and for a second I didn't feel pain, just confusion, because I was still breathing, still alive. And something warm was pressed against me, trembling. I looked down and saw him, scar over the left eye, fur soaked from the rain, blood spreading too fast, and my chest tightened in a way bullets never could. 5 years ago I left him on the side of a highway outside Newark, pouring rain, hazard lights blinking, engine running, men hunting me down, and I told myself I didn't have a choice, that survival meant cutting weight, that a dog was just a liability, but he kept looking at me through the windshield, not barking, not moving, just waiting, like I'd come back, and I didn't. I drove off and never looked in the mirror. Now he was here, older, bigger, stronger, military posture, controlled breathing, like he'd trained himself to survive in a world I abandoned him to, and he chose to come back to me, not to bite, not to run, but to shield me. Footsteps closed in, more guns, more voices, but all I could hear was his breathing getting shallow, my hands shaking as I pressed against the wound, blood slipping through my fingers, and for the first time in years I wasn't thinking like a boss, I wasn't calculating odds, I was just scared. Rex, I whispered, the name tasting like regret, and his ear twitched like he remembered, like he never forgot, and that broke something in me I didn't know was still there. Sirens in the distance, my men shouting, chaos returning. But none of it mattered because the dog I left to die was the only reason I was still alive, and as his eyes started to close, I leaned closer, voice cracking, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve you, and his tail moved, just once, before everything went quiet.